So, you want to talk about how our backgrounds are just a little bit different and how we were raised differently?
Yeah, it's interesting because I was talking to a friend the other day about she was getting engaged and was afraid that she was going to like grow tired. That was her biggest fear. I'll grow tired of my husband to be someday. And I was like, really, I don't find that experience with my wife at all. We've been together 16 years, and even though we've been, we were raised so differently, almost diametrically opposite in so many ways, we still really share the same core values, and that counts for everything. But even just like the fact that we were raised in different parts of the country and different maybe socioeconomic backgrounds, and you know
I definitely say that, and I think maybe some of the dynamics, even that our families had, were, I think, definitely different. I mean, I recall very specifically um, the first time that we were even just talking about just sharing food. And
oh yeah, when you and I, yeah, when we first started knowing each other, yeah. And I remember being so like I was eating off of your plate, like because my family always shared food off of each other's plate. Like, oh, this looks good. Oh, could I have a bite of this? Oh, sure, have a bite of this.
which I thought was very strange.
And then you got kind of like you said to me, well, Lex, if you would like your own plate, I'm happy to fix your own plate. And I kind of thought, wow, she doesn't want to share her food.
And that wasn't it at all. I just wanted you to be able to have your own portion and enjoy that and not feel like, you didn't have your own setup, I guess is where I'm going with that. So, and if I think about it in our household, I mean, nobody would have gotten a fork on their hand had
Yeah.
had had the fork veered into another
Had
plate.
somebody like help themselves to a bite.
But I think it would have been a little odd, you know, um, just because of, I don't know.
Well, that was where I learned from you that in your family you had very specific allotted portions for everybody. And
Well, I mean, portions, just to make sure everybody, has enough of
right,
everything. So
right.
not anything in a I mean, I guess it kind of sounds a little regimented, but I think it's just all in, going back to this theme of how we were raised, and I think differently when you think about how everybody else comes up, and then you like meld all these things together, right? And you're kind of like, oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
This is your this is your experience, this is mine, and we're going to try to make all of this come together and like live with each other,
right.
right?
I think you and I, for one couple, I think you and I have done remarkably well considering how different we were raised.
Very differently.
But you know what? You know what I love best about us, honey?
What do you love best
I
about
love that we have worked. We've really made our
it? We've
opposites.
made it work for us, haven't we?
We kind of have.
We've worked that.
and and I think that but I think that we also can be a testament, to people like, oh well, I can't, be with somebody that wasn't raised the way I was, or wasn't raised in my religion, or wasn't raised in my race, or wasn't raised in my background,
Or not, or not in the
or
race.
in none of those things in our case. But I'm just saying that I think that we're kind of a cool testament that those relationships can work and exceed all expectations. That's how I feel about that.
So it's kind of like the yin and the yang, is what you're saying.
It's like, how is it? The sum is better than the whole of its parts. The whole is,
Huh?
right. The whole is better than the sum of our parts.
You'll,
Anyway,
for anybody who's listening, you'll have that large laugh is Lex's sister Claire, who we love dearly.
my beloved sister Claire is making a cameo appearance on our podcast.
We are in Mexico right now, in Ajijic, and we are doing this, because we said, hey, we got to do this weekly broadcast.
We love our weekly broadcast, and we hope you guys do too.
I didn't even know there was a weekly broadcast.
That was
But-
Sister Claire.
But now she knows that there's a weekly broadcast, and this is just like things that we talk about before as we fall asleep.
It's nightly musings.
And I think being here kind of brings up a lot of other
I
different
totally
things.
want to bite that foot.
Oh my gosh.
Well, yes, but we are happy to be here in Mexico, and I feel like we'll probably be doing another broadcast
Yeah, I think we probably
very
will.
soon.
It's not 10 minutes, but we're just going to end it. If I can.
Because of me?
No, I think we just need to end
Because of
it.
me?
No.
Sorry.
No.
You'll
No.
be on the next
I
broadcast
didn't
too.
mean to interrupt your
No,
broadcast.
no. I think
Because we've already introduced